York Jets. Okay? I want to talk about why having a big dream is so important. A big dream. Bigger than Wine Library, bigger than your daily show, bigger than Gary Vaynerchuk, bigger than VaynerMedia, bigger than the book.
Yeah.
Is so important to pull you through all the day-to-day things and to refocus your mind on something bigger all the time. Because you couldn't get to, on a path to own the Jets.
It's funny. Yes, you were just saying that. It's the first time I've ever even thought of this in my life. It almost becomes borderline like religion. You said to get you through. And I always think religion's awesome for people that really go through difficult times. It's there. In a lot of ways, for an entrepreneur, your religion should be your ambition, your biggest ambition. Because you're right. When things are tough, I'm like, well, I got to do this. If I want to own the Jets, it's couple billion bucks.
But if you didn't have that, if you just had Wine Library,
I don't even know.
This, you know what I'm saying? This probably wouldn't have happened.
Probably not, because this is $1 million book deal. But to me,
it's just a stepping stone.
It's a little stepping. It's not even a good one, right?
There's one thing that a lot of people inside of network marketing don't understand that I've seen with the top earners, the $1 million earners and stuff. You can judge how much somebody's going to accomplish based upon how they view their previous accomplishments. If they think it's a huge deal that they got this book deal, then that will determine how far that they're going to go. If they say this is a stepping stone to get to the Jets, okay, fine. And you said something that's so big. What's it going to cost to buy the Jets?
Well, I think they just got valued at $1.2 billion.
Yeah, so $1 billion.
Considering that I think it's going to take me 2 decades to get there, $3 to $4 to $5 billion is not absurd to think.
Yeah, so you got to really think different. So as you're out building your business, if you're thinking, look, here's what I want to accomplish this. I want to give back to this. I want to open up this orphanage, or I want to help these different people, or I want to do these different things. Whatever the big goal is, then use your business and your passion to be able to pull you towards that goal. I think it's really, really important. And I think it's a real lesson here for a lot of people, not just network marketing people, but anybody in business. Have something that's so big and so exciting and so passionate that the days that it's hard, and I know you have hard days, and I've had hard days, and I didn't feel like it at all. And I said, no, there's bigger things on the horizon. I'm going to be able to. I don't have something as big as the Jets. But I need to, because mine's been always monetary. You know what I mean? I want to make $3 million a year in commissions. That's been something that's been stuck in my head for a long time. But for what? That's the important answer that I have to come up with myself. You have yours. So you're kind of lucky in that one. You want to win Super Bowl. All right, so you talk about, it's really hard to kind of balance for the average person. I get it, but a lot of people I think might struggle with it. Between passion, hustle,
okay,
and patience.
Yeah.
How do you, just like, no, hurry, urgency and all this stuff, but still be patient.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people, they go charge out there and they work their network marketing business for 2 weeks and they don't get the results that they want. They go talk to the 6 people they think for sure are going to sign up and they go, boo, and it doesn't work. And they go, oh, this thing doesn't work. And then they can kind of go home.
Again, especially in this space, right? I mean, because...
Or in any space, right?
Everything we talk about could be applied to any industry. You got to be both. I always say be both. Be the tortoise and the hare.
Right.
You got to do both. But what you have to understand is without the patience part, you will give up.
Well, and sometimes people say, okay, I'm going to be patient, and then they...
Lie.
They become casual because they're patient.
Well,
you're patient, but you got urgency.
Don't misunderstand hunger. And complacency with patience. I'm the hungriest patient guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah. So you marry the urgency and the patience.
I am
in other
starving,
words,
but I don't need to eat that yet. I'll eat this, and I'll eat this.
Right.
I want to eat that chocolate cake more than anybody on earth, but I'm going to have my Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. And the chocolate cake's there, and I'm going to get to the chocolate cake.
But I got to get there.
Okay. Content and community.
Okay.
You say that provide value with your content. Content builds your audience, and then you build community around the content.
Yep.
Okay? So there's a difference between audience and community.
Yes. Yes, there is.
Okay, so you have the people who are just casually viewing, and then you have the people who are passionate, what you call your maniacs, right? These people who are really into it, And I'm not somebody who comments a lot inside of your community, but I watch all the shows.
Well, I appreciate it.
You know, so and I tell everybody you should go watch his stuff. It's really, really good stuff. So, here's where I'm getting with this. If they go build value inside of this world, if my audience goes and builds value through whatever content, they're going to build community, and then they will figure out ways to either tie that community into their network marketing business or whatever.
If you think about building community with never trying to sell them, you are far more likely to have a business around that community.
And they'll find a way to get to you.
Absolutely.
That's what. Yeah.
If you're doing good things, if Wine Library was a bad retail store and didn't sell at good prices and didn't have a good selection, any residual business that I've ever accomplished from doing Wine Library TV for Wine Library would have not happened. I don't want them to.
Right.
Why?
Right.
So I feel like people need to think about that. Whatever your core business is, if your intentions are to build a community so it'll trickle to your business, make sure your business is good. If you're not providing a differentiator, a better service,
something's good,
then you're going to lose.
Okay.
I mean, people are just too savvy now. They're one Google search away from knowing everything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a different consumer. The consumer today went from being Urkel to becoming an ultimate fighting champion.
Yeah.
They're just much better.
Yeah. They know it all. They're a few clicks away.
Whether they know it all or not, they can have the answer within seconds.
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about building brand for a minute.
It's the game.
You're an expert at this.
It's the game.
And I want to start with what I try and teach people on the show is to become known for something inside of their arena.
Okay.
Become known for something. To become one of the best presenters. Become one of the best recruiters. One of the best trainers. Become one of the best something. Become known. Right? So you became known first for baseball cards.
I mean,
did you become known inside your little world?
It was a really little world in New Jersey. World, but right? Yes, no question.
All right, and then from there you got smart on learning wine, right?
Yep.
It's your dad.
Hey, Dad.
How are you? Say goodbye.
Bye. Take care.
Then you became known for kind of your wine knowledge, right?
Yes.
So you really, before you could drink wine.
Yes.
And how did you do that?
I read.
What made you say, okay, I'm gonna become an expert here?
I wanted to help the family business, and it's all I knew. I had to have the chops. See, again.
So you didn't want to fake it inside of the arena.
Salespeople are funny. MLM is about selling a product.
Yeah.
Something I've done my whole life. Or an opportunity. Yeah. Okay? Or an opportunity. You've got to really know that product cold.
Yeah.
You got to really know. And so that's something I pride myself in. I always know what I'm talking about. Even the look, 160 pages, no fluff.
No, it's just
no fluff.
Straight at it.
Like boom, boom, no bull crap. Because this is what I know. Now I'm not very smart. I only know 160 pages worth. But what I know is this. I know it because I'm not a consultant for consulting purposes.
Right.
I live it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I live it. I've built businesses. That's why I know what I'm talking about in business. When all these philosophers and writers and journalists and consultants get into writing business books, I'm always like, don't you need to didn't you need to build a business? So I think it's very fascinating. And what I know is that I needed to know the product. Mm-hmm. Once I decided I wanted to help my dad in the family business, I needed to know wine, and so I read.
Yeah.
And I read and I read and I read because that's what you do when you're 17 and can't drink.
And I will tell you this. Here's the connection when it comes to the network marketing business. Inside of my experience, I decided that if I became a student, I couldn't lose. I mean, if I learned everything there was to learn here, if I knew it cold, and I know it cold. I know this profession. Nobody's going to surprise me on anything at all. If they ask me their opinion, I mean, what's your opinion on this? I have 20 years worth of experience, and not just book knowledge. I know it. Lived it. So if you just decide to do that, nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you from making all the money. Nobody can stop you from knowing all the answers when it comes to building an organization. Some of the top people I know are the best students as far as really learning it. Because not only did you read, but you expanded your palate. You tasted all kinds of funky, crazy stuff in order to be able to know what the wine tasted like.
It's, how are you going to pick up gooseberry or cassis in a wine if you've never tasted it?
Right. So you're like eating dirt, though, and leather, and tinfoil.
I mean, that's how I got on Conan and Ellen and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. That's what I did.
So you've been on what? Fallon, Ellen, Conan, Mad Money, Donnie Deutsch,
Today Show, Nightline, some good stuff.
What's the craziest experience that you had?
The first one with Conan. You know, it's like your first love, right?
Was it like?
Yeah, I'd never been on
surreal?
television, and now I'm about to do the Conan O'Brien show. It wasn't like I did like local,
Yeah.
you know, NYC. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm a primetime player. You know, I felt confident. I felt real confident going out there. It was great. We improv the whole thing. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.